Hi there, thanks for joining us on TCM. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. In 1933, Frank Capra had a new script for a romantic comedy he was excited about making, though no one else seemed to share his enthusiasm. The story, by Robert Riskin, was about a spoiled heiress who runs away from her wealthy father. While on the run, she meets a handsome reporter and he's desperate for a big scoop. After several top stars turned down the lead roles, Capra managed to cajole Claudette Colbert and Clark Gable to sign on, both of whom wanted nothing more than to get this picture behind them. And when the movie was released in 1934, it seemed as if everyone except Capra was right, because the initial audience response was tepid at best. But it turned out Capra had a sleeper hit on his hands, a movie that would go on to win 5 Oscars, including Best Director and Best Picture. From 1934, It Happened One Night. As the movie made the circuit of smaller cities across the country, it picked up steam. As more people saw it, they told their friends about it, and soon everybody wanted to see it and talk about it. One thing audiences were clearly talking about is a noticeable lack of attire on the stars. There's a scene where Gable undresses, and he was having trouble removing his undershirt and keeping the dialogue going, so Capra told him to go without it. Well, a man without an undershirt, why, that simply wouldn't do. Until Gable did it, that is. The legend, told for decades now, is that this movie almost single-handedly destroyed the men's undershirt industry. It's a great story, but it might not be true. The smart mythbusters at Snopes.com say there's really no evidence either way, though it's unlikely that Clark Gable, without an undershirt, could single-handedly devastate the entire undershirt industry. But as we learned in The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, when the legend becomes fact, print the legend. We're printing the legend. Gable, by himself, changed how American men dressed. Anyway, Gable's bare chest during the famous hitchhiking scene made this movie downright scandalous. From 1934, here it is. It Happened One Night.